Hi guys, it's Mrs. Bishop, and I'm so sad I can't be with you in person, but I thought it would be fun to create some videos of what I would be doing in class with you anyways. So I am going to teach you how to create the acrostic rainbow poem that is in your packets of homework this week. When it is done, it will look like this. Well, it'll look similar to this because in art and in making crafts, we all have maybe the similar goal, but all of us are gonna have our own expressions and it will end up looking slightly different. So what I'm going to do is show you the acrostic poem that I created. This acrostic poem page is in your homework packets, and how an acrostic works is it will have a word that the poem is built on. Now this poem is built around the word spring. This poem, an acrostic poem, does not have to rhyme. The way this poem is structured is that every letter of the word spring will create its own line of the poem. Now a very simple acrostic poem is using one word per line, but you could also create a sentence if you wanted to. But I'm going to keep it simple and just do one word per line. My first line will start with the letter S because spring starts with S. And the word that I put here is sunny. Spring is sunny. S, sunny. Spring is also pretty. The second letter in spring is P. P for pretty. R, spur. So the R, spring, has lots of rainbows. So I wrote the word rainbow. I, S-P-R-I, so the fourth line I. Spring is interesting to me because you get to see all of the buds on the trees and the weather change, and sometimes it'll be warm and sometimes it's windy and sometimes it's cold and rainy. Spring is such an interesting season for me. It has a lot of variety. So interesting. N, spring is full of new life. If you ever see the trees or little baby chicks or all the bugs that come out of nowhere from wintertime, spring is full of new life. And so N, new life. G, spring. G, gardening. My favorite activity to do during spring is to garden. I have a backyard garden full of plants, and I grow giant sunflowers, and we grow our fruits and vegetables and herbs, and so I put G for gardening. Now, when you write your acrostic poem, you can do whatever you want. C can mean splashing or silliness or s'mores. I don't know if you start eating s'mores in springtime, but S can stand for whatever you think spring holds within it that starts with S, and same with P-R-I-N-G. Now, how do we make our acrostic poem? You are going to need one white piece of paper, and we are going to draw a big puffy cloud on this. Now, I also included the puffy cloud clip art in your homework packet, so you don't have to draw it if you don't want to, but I'm gonna draw a big puffy cloud. Big puffy cloud. And I'm gonna use scissors to cut out my puffy cloud. If you need help from your moms and your dads or your big brother, your big sister at this point, it's great to say, "Excuse me, I need help." Always be careful using scissors. We just want to go slow and cut around our puffy cloud. What I always say in class, and what you guys will always remember me saying, is practice makes progress. So even if cutting is a hard skill for you to do, if you just practice and practice and practice, you're going to get better and better and better. There is my puffy cloud, right here. So, my puffy cloud is done. I set that aside. You're also gonna need construction paper in 6 colors. It's up to you what color of the rainbows you wanna do, or if you wanna do neon colors or whatever arrangement of the rainbow you want. This is where you can be expressive and make your own ideas. But I'm gonna go basic and I'm gonna go red, orange, yellow, green, purple, and blue. So I take my construction papers and I line them all up, and I'm gonna wanna cut a strip of papers. Again, you can have your moms, dads, big brothers, big sisters help you at this point, or you can cut each color on their own, but I think it's faster to do them all at the same time, but whatever works for you. So here's all of my strips of paper in all of my rainbow colors. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line them out, line them up, and I need that acrostic poem again, this one that we wrote. You can write your own words or you can write what Mrs. Bishop wrote, and I'm gonna lay it down in front of me as a reference, because now on each of these strips, I'm gonna write one word. So my red strip will have the S word, which is sunny. You wanna start down a little bit, and you're gonna write sunny. Then you're gonna write pretty, or whatever P word you came up with. And then my R word, rainbow, or whatever you wrote. Your I word. Your N word. And your G word. This is actually one of my favorite parts because Mrs. Bishop loves using Sharpies. Whenever you use a Sharpie, you need to be careful. Don't write on your paper, don't write on your arm, definitely not on your forehead. Nothing but paper does a Sharpie get written on, but I love using Sharpies. Okay, so I have all of my strips now, one strip per word, and what I'm going to do is I'm gonna take my puffy cloud and I'm gonna line it up right here. If I pull down a little bit, you guys can see better, I think right here. Yes, okay, so I'm gonna line up all my letters, all my word strips like this in a big row. I'm gonna put some glue on the top of every one of these little strips. Just a little bit of glue. I like to use the little bit of globs of glue. It seems to hold the paper better. So I kind of push a little bit hard. And then I'm gonna line up my colors. Don't overlap your letters, they need to show. I'm gonna line them up nice and pretty, like so. And then you take this big puffy cloud, you lay them all on top right here. Right here. And you fix them all your letters that are poking out different ways. And you push hard. Push down on that glue. Okay? You need your Sharpie again, and what you're gonna do is in your big puffy cloud, you're gonna write the word spring. You can make it bold. Okay. You're gonna write the word spring. Then you take a little hole puncher and you punch it here and you punch it on the other side and you stick in your little pipe cleaner just a little bit and you bend the back like that, and then you put it on the other side and you bend the back like that, and you have your acrostic rainbow poem. So here is your finished acrostic rainbow poem. You guys are all gonna have them be a little bit different. You can make them in the traditional rainbow colors or whatever rainbow colors you want. But this is the coolest little acrostic poem craft. I love this craft, it's beautiful. You can put it on your refrigerator, you can put it on your wall, and I hope you enjoy it. But will you please, if you make it, send me photos so I can enjoy all of your creations. You can just send me a photo on Google Classroom. I would love to see it. Okay, I hope you have a great time making this acrostic rainbow cloud poem. Have a great day.